Mashuda Khatun Shefali. I'm from Bangladesh.
I'm Sadika Salahuddin. I'm from Pakistan and I'm a Synergos fellow.
Manita Vishwanath, India.
I'm Shumita Ghosh and I'm from India.
I'm Mariam Bibi and I'm from Pakistan.
Basically, the one exercise I really liked, I've never been that before in my organization. I've been working from last 20 years, but I have never reflected the timeline exercise. I have never reflected what I did in the past. It was so interesting to me, and I'm really, trying to do it in my organizations later on when I go back as well. It really helpful for me, and it actually it reminded me my all the efforts from last 20 years working and establishing the organization. It was so interesting and learning as well. I'm taking lots of things, lots of experiences from around the other fellows, and I'm learning a lot of new techniques, and we have got a lot of new ideas that I got from the this fellows meeting. I'm really taking a lot of in-risk experiences.
This is a very exciting meeting. I think this is for the first time the regional meeting. We all regional fellows met, and mostly we are focusing on our reflections on our organizational life cycles and our leadership stages. Then we are discussing about more on the focusing on more exit plans and what have been achieved and how we have been accelerated where we are now and where we need to go. So that's we have been discussing a lot. And what I'm taking back from this meeting is that visiting some of the organizations in Nepal. So every organization is unique, and they have different modalities of implementations and different issues they are pursuing. So, but in average, all are the founding leaderships, and they started with the innovation. Now they are reaching in certain scale in each organizations. So that I also can relate and where I am now, where the organization I founded, and when I innovated the ideas for which I have been started. So I have been able to really measure myself where I am now.
I think I found it very inspirational and very educative as well. And while living in Pakistan, sometimes we face some kind of a despair that nothing is going to change. But since I have come here, I have witnessed that change is possible and change is happening. And I was very impressed by the fellows here who took us to their work. And we always talk about it, that how can you transform your problems into opportunities, but here is a witness, when you see WHR, and then you see that how a misfortune had been transferred into a great opportunity, and how that misfortune is helping thousands of women. So that re-strengthens or reconfirms or whatever that, if you work with the grassroots communities, if you do networking, if you build their capacity, if you build their confidence, then yes, change is possible.
One takeaway was that there is an interest in a regional network, except that we would need to work out the details a little bit more. The second was that there are many more shared goals than I had imagined for a network, given that we were all in different sectors.
Well, basically, how important this space for reflection is before you go on to your next, to try to achieve the next milestones that you've set for yourself. And I definitely at the end of the 3 days, I felt I should enable similar spaces for my own staff more regularly. That's my main thing.
I'm being overwhelmed this meeting, and so many ideas are coming in. These field visits to Sharmila and Lily's project was eye-opening for me in many ways. I found that they are very lucky what they have achieved. Also, as Vanita said, depends on location, because the policy changes they have made. They are based in Kathmandu, and all political leaders they are in Kathmandu, but also they have made changes at the local level. So, and then their system, their organization structure, their management, so everything impressed me a lot. So that made me feel, oh my God, we are, how behind we are. So that made me feel, that is true, that made me feel how behind we are in, coming up. And then I had to work on myself, that the context is different, like the volunteers they had, which you can't have because of the security situation. So I think within that context, I kind of made myself feel a bit better. Now we are also doing quite. So and then what Sharbila is doing, I could connect because so much pressure is needed on the government, but they have come up. I think they have achieved that kind of understanding that the government representative, he told me, they are using double P, pressure and partnership. It is very good to summarize pressure and partnership.
Another thing is that I think there is, though we have been pursuing all along about the gender issues and the more women's leadership, and I found in the women's leadership and the women's headed organizations we have a little more, scaling up problems because, it is really difficult to find the alternative women leaders to will take, and carry out this whatever we have been achieved. But due to the women's social gender rules and their social rules, most of the women doesn't want to take the lead, and women would like to give somebody else to the hard job and work with more time pressure and something like that. So that is really I still don't know how to resolve it, but I'd like to give them messages to other fellows that they should be balancing the leadership among the organization between men and women.
One takeaway for me is that I am the kind of a person who is always have fears in scaling up. Now here we talked about a few innovative ways of scaling up without becoming too fat. You can scale it up. And now, the takeaway is that I have to overcome this fear, and I have to find, and I have some ideas also which I need to refine and discuss with the board and the.
Well, the opinions varied widely regarding what scale could be, but shared values was something that I had never thought could ever qualify for a definition of scale in a very in the sense in which scale is used today. And I thought that was a very interesting way to think of possibly scale.
Yes, around scale. Well, one of the things that really resonated with me was listening to Miriam, where she talked about how important it is for people to. That scale can only happen effectively if the people who are working together to achieve this, whether they are part of a network or the same organization, can have that initial trust and confidence in each other. So that I think is scaling up some of the essential core values that guide our work.
One thing I would like to share with other fellows and to give them some messages to plan as early as possible about their exit plan and phasing out and how we'll be concluding ourselves and stepping down and handing over this scale to be continued to be upgraded.
I truly believe in the networking and I truly believe in learning from the other fellows or learning from others as well. And because we have, Southeastern fellows, we have a lot of common issues that we share during this discussion, during this fellows meeting. And we have our challenges as well, and a lot of the challenges that we discussed, and even the one challenge that we discussed all the time, even at the night time, the dinner time as well, that how we will be, what will be the exit point of ours in an organization, So we really get to know about the other fellows' views as well, So it's really, I really wanted to thank Synergos for giving this platform to get and learn so many rich experiences from other fellow members.
I think regional meetings are very, very important because, as you must have noticed, that most of the issues that we were talking about, especially about women and children, the status of women, the problems that they are facing, they are so common. Although there are some minor differences because of the different religions or different beliefs and all that, but basically they are the same. So I think it gives you very relevant material to think about and to work on, because everybody is talking about the same issues and but different solutions to those issues.
Well, I think fellows, my regard and best wishes to them, and I'm sure they must be very busy. That is why they couldn't make it over here. Otherwise, they would be here. So I think Synergos and you people are very good in documenting, and so they would have all these what happened. They would have all this information, and they can still contribute through.
Yeah, please be at the next one.
Definitely come the next time. We missed you.